So, they just released the tax proposal, the Democrat tax proposal, and I always kind of want to wait. I want to take a look at this, and these things are so complicated. I have to say, on first glance, looking at it, it looks great. I was really stunned. They're looking for the biggest transformation of the U.S. tax code. I'm reading from the Wall Street Journal in more than 30 years. They aim to permanently chop the corporate tax rate from 35% to 20%. And that's going to be really interesting because you're going to hear the Democrats, what do they always do? Oh, they're giving tax cuts to the rich. It's tax cuts to the rich. But we have like one of the highest, if not the highest, corporate tax rates. And that's insane because the corporations are where all the jobs come from, all the products come from. And this is a great, if they get away with this, if they can push this through, it will turn this economy into a juggernaut the way it's supposed to be because it's the American economy. What else they're going to do? They're going to compress the number of individual income tax brackets, repeal the taxes paid by largest states starting in 2024. They're going to repeal deductions for state and local income and sales taxes. You're going to get a lot of pushback on that from states like this one, California. And there'll be a deduction for property taxes, but caps it at $10,000. And that limit applies to married filers and individuals. And what else? To partly offset the lost revenue, Republicans plan to curtail the deductions individuals take for state and local tax payments and the ones businesses get for the interest they pay on debt. They're going to leave the top individual rate at 39.6%, but they're going to push the income threshold for that to $1 million for married couples. So, Austin, that's going to affect you, but those of us not making $1 million a year, we won't care.
$1 million off that $5.
It piles up. It's compound interest. That's what does it. It's the magic of compound interest. So, we're gonna step back, and what we're gonna see is, of course, the Democrats saying it's tax cuts for the rich. And suddenly, this I love, is suddenly the Democrats are going to worry about the deficit. How are we going to pay? How are we going to pay for these tax cuts? And I have an answer for that. The truth is, if you cut the taxes a little bit, the growth in the economy, the speed of the growth of the economy will create so much more revenue that it will help pay that off. But my answer to this is, it's my money. It's not your money. So just stop spending it, and that'll help pay for the fact that you're taking my money. Stop taking my money, and then only spend, a reasonable amount of money, and then you won't have to ask yourself how to pay for it. And of course, on the Democrat side, the idea is never. Ever. We are clinging to every single dollar we have. So we're going to let that develop. I'm going to have a chance to read it. It was being released as I was leaving my house, and then I was driving and my tires started to go flat, and I just thought, I'm not going to come in and do a detailed thing. But it looks good, and if Trump pulls this off, they're going to have a very hard time. It is, I'll talk about this in a minute, the complexities of Donald Trump, but it is really something, the stuff he has accomplished without Congress. And if Congress starts to pitch in, it would really be different. And if they don't pitch in, they're going to be gone. So I think they're really motivated. I mean, if Republicans can't cut taxes, what can they do? I mean, they can play golf. That's it. That's what Republicans do. They play golf and cut taxes, right? I mean, so it's they're going to have to run on playing golf, which I want to actually see that campaign. It's like, elect this senator, he plays golf. I don't think that's going to work. You got to cut the taxes too. That goes with the playing golf.